Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Tonight we have the Simpossible Racing League Truck Series at the Bristol Motor Speedway for 150 laps of short track racing. I'm Cameron Rich, and in the booth with me we have Peter Short and Carlos Acosta manning the cameras. And Peter, well, last week was the Michigan International Speedway, the big 2-mile D-Oval, and we could not get a more different track tonight than Bristol.
Yeah, Bristol is one of those high-risk, high-reward tracks, high-intensity, high-action. They call it the last great Coliseum because, my goodness, this place races like a Coliseum. You're going around, almost turning the entire way around this half-mile oval, and it's so fast. You get up to 135 miles an hour down these short little straightaways, and, when something happens here at Bristol Motor Speedway, it happens in a split second. If there's an accident in front of you, checking up can be really difficult, but because this is a short track, there's always bumping and banging here at Bristol.
Yeah, absolutely, and they call this Thunder Valley for multiple reasons. One, because it's in the Tennessee Valley, and number two, because this track is very thunderous. Both the grandstands, when you're actually at this track, it's loud. It's very loud because of the way the grandstands are, and the sound just reverberates around the entire venue. And there's the banking is so high here. Is when you're in those trucks, it's so hard to see those wrecks, like you say. You can just kind of just be in the wreck so quickly, and things happen so quickly regardless. But
position in the number 17 truck, and to his outside is Chris Roberge in the number 98.
Starting in 13th, we have Johnny Berardi in that number 99 truck, and Tom Johnson to his outside.
Kevin Cochran is the furthest back. The row number 8, Kevin Cochran and Brian Lowhead. Both of those drivers are in the chase. They'll be starting in the 15th and 16th place, respectively. So those two drivers, like I said, both in the chase, are going to have a lot of work to do to make their way up through this field here tonight.
And one thing we want to point out is just like you said, Peter, this track, you're gonna see everybody running next to the wall pretty soon. But just the way this track is, it's so. See, that's obviously, aero here not as important as say Daytona, even last week's race at Michigan. But still, you don't want the truck all beat up. But I think he'll be all right with that. But we are doubled up for the green flag once again. Your leader, AJ Digby, with Dominic Lee to his outside. Pace car is off. These drivers wait to get going again. Get ready to stand on the loud pedal, which they do. Dominic Lee gets a great restart. He's going to pull in front of AJ Digby by about a car length. It's a great restart for him. Here comes Digby back on the bottom. Going to get that run through turn 22. See if he can clear him. Not quite. Dominic Lee holding tough on the outside. Ooh, very close. Almost some contact there. Actually, contact. Oh, yeah. AJ Digby around, and we have another caution. Ooh, hard hit with the one truck of Thomas Wise, and they're still piling in. Yeah,
it looks like a junkyard heap of trucks down in turn number 1. We'll watch this on a replay. There's that slight contact there, and I think it might have upset the 14 truck just a little bit. And when it upset the truck, I think it just kind of, one thing led to another there, and once it upset the truck, they kind of got glued together. We'll watch this on replay. I don't think Digby expected him to be that low. I think he expected the 2 truck to be a little bit higher, but once that field started getting going, you see the 99 truck, I think he tried to get on the brakes and just locked them up, and that just shot him into the outside wall. And I think everyone is hopefully able to get back to pit road under their own power, but only just, as the number 14, if Digby goes around. And, looks like I think Kevin Cochran had to take a tow in the number 80 truck. So see if the number 2 came down pit road. Doesn't look like he did. So that's an interesting call by that number 2 machine, because I think he's going to have some pretty hungry cats right behind him, including Kevin Paskowicz, who wants that lead back. And, he's got, I'm keeping an eye on how many laps he's got on his tires. It's been 28 laps since that number 2 pitted. So we have had some caution laps since then, but You know, everyone else with 20 or so laps fresher tires right behind him, it might be difficult to see Dominic Lee hold them off. So we'll have to keep an eye on that as this race progresses. But this time by, we'll have 85 laps to go. We're nearing that halfway mark, and the halfway mark does come with a bonus point here in the MS Ford Truck Series. So that's just another thing to watch out for, is these drivers just go around under pacing. Chris Burge, he's getting to his pit box finally in that number 98 truck. He is a couple of laps down. He's currently 4 laps down after being involved in a couple of accidents today. It looks like a lot of the drivers that unfortunately had to make tows today, including Billy Wise, Tom Johnson, Kevin Cochran, they're all multiple laps down here. Johnny Berardi is on the lead lap in the 11th position, so 11 trucks on the lead lap at this point in the race. As we hope that these drivers get to double them up this time and get back to green flag racing. And number 14, Nate Catilla is third. Johnny Berardi, he is fairly new to this league in that number 99 truck, but he's going to restart in the 4th position. 5th place, Doug McCollum. 6th place, Dave Wilson, and we saw him get damage in that wreck. Kevin Paskowicz is in 7th. Kyle Zimmer, 8th. Fernando Matos, and a couple of other drivers there near the back. They're all multiple laps down, so we'll keep an eye on this battle up front. AJ Digby will lead the race as the pace car dives down. Everyone really slow restart here. Oh, look at Digby. Man, he jumped on the gas, got a great restart there. He really slowed up the field in that number 14 truck and was able to get a huge jump. Oh, contact right behind. I think everyone's able to get it sorted out, but man, Dave Wilson's already got some damage in that number 20 truck, and I think he just took a fast repair, but he's now to the outside of Nate Catilla in that number 4. He's riding behind Doug McCollum. McCollum really almost scraped the wall there going through turns number 1 and 2, but moved Dave Wilson up into the 4th position. He's now right behind McCollum and right up on the back bumper of that number.
Doug McCollum is looking on below Wilson, but can't do anything with it.
Yeah, and definitely just got to be a little bit patient here early in this run, see how this run starts to sort out. It's Doug McCollum. He's all over the back of Dave Wilson in that number 33
we have
truck.
contact in the back.
Looks like Kyle Zimmer. I saw Kyle Zimmer. He clipped the wall last lap in turns number 1 and 2. Looks like no real harm, no foul to that number 25 truck. He's got Kevin Paskowicz right out front of him. Kyle is currently in the 8th position in that number 25 after starting on pole in this one. Looks like Nate Catilla just barely scraped the wall coming out of the corner. He's going to drop back 1 position, so just at the top of the screen as we have another caution here. Looks like the 99 and Lowhead are around, so that's Berardi in the 99 and Lowhead in the 66. Still contact as they come out of the leaders come out of the corner. So let's watch this on replay. The 99 got loose on entry, and it was a really slow spin and that little bit of contact from Lowhead. And man, got him again in the right rear. And that was one of those really, really slow wrecks. Cameron, doesn't look like too much damage on those trucks, so that'll be good for Johnny and Brian. But man, it seemed like it happened in slow motion.
Yeah, that 99 you can see was pretty all out of whack right on the entry of the corner. It really never caught back up to him. Saw he was running on the bottom side of the track, and that's kind of something you can get when you run down there. Is if you get the entry wrong, or maybe you have your brake bias a little messed up, you can just kick that rear end out, and it's really hard to save down there. Just they're gonna pretty much spin out on you, and but like you said, no damage, and they're gonna get back going again.
It's time to get for a win, and look at AJ Digby. He's worked his way back up to 3rd position as we're getting set to go back to green.
And we will be having 3 laps to go as the green flag comes out, and this will be the final green flag of the race. Pace car off. We're getting going here. Nick Catilla gets a bad restart, but Kyle Zimmer gets a great one. He's going to pull. He's going to dive into turn number 1 here. Here comes AJ Digby on Dave Wilson. Not going to make the move. Kyle Zimmer going to love what he's seeing in his mirror right now. Wilson right up next to that wall, almost hitting it. And ooh, we got some contact. Digby's in the wall, and that is the caution. Ooh, hard hit for Digby and Tilla. But that's the race over. Kyle Zimmer, your winner tonight.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Another win from pole, and man, unfortunately, those 2 trucks, the 20 and the 14, I think they just kind of had it coming together. They're going for the same real estate. They're coming out of turn number 4 and made that little bit of contact, and that was enough to end the race. I think Digby's still going to get scored with a 3rd place finish in this one, but that yellow flag coming out there, ending this one. Unfortunately, no green-white checkers yet here in the iRacing service, but right on board with Thomas Wise. Ooh, man, I don't know if he got some help that went around or if that was just rear brakes, as Kyle Zimmer has come across the stripe to take the checkered flag, take his 3rd win of the season, but more importantly, start the final order here.
Yep, Kyle Zimmer batting 1,000 in the chase so far. Like I said, coming home with the win. David Wilson right up there at the end, just kind of got past final laps, but coming home with a 2nd place finish. Good run for him. AJ Digby up and down night all night. Actually ended the race with 4th place finisher Nate Catilla under his truck pretty much. Johnny Berardi was a lap down for most of the race, but came home to get a top 5. Actually still a lap down. Thomas Wise right up there in the thick of things for most of the race, coming on with a good 6th place finish. Tom Johnson going to finish 7th. Kevin Cochran 8th. Brian Lohead 9th. And Billy Wise 10th.